kick off with introducing Leslie Forsyth. He's the bid manager at Rediscover Peterhead, and he's going to give us a little bit of an overview of exactly what Invest in Peterhead is for us. So Leslie, take it away.
Thanks. Thank you, John. For me, Invest in Peterhead really is telling the positive story about Peterhead. It's a strong local economy underpinned by the energy sector and by fishing and by the supply chains that sustain those industries, which means that it's an affluent area and an area that should be attractive to people looking to invest in property and in businesses. And it's been striking during this challenging period since the lockdown began that we've had, I think it's 8 or maybe 9 new businesses start locally in spite of the problems that people are encountering. So there are clear signs that this is a place where if you invest, you will get a return on that investment. What's happened to a certain extent is almost at the town centre, which has gone through all the same issues as every town centre in the UK has, albeit not as badly affected in many ways, has been slightly overlooked in that economy. And IIP is about calling attention to the opportunities of the town centre and the possibilities that it has for investment. And most importantly, this is a collaboration. It's a collaboration between the local authority, between key stakeholders, property agents, local investors and entrepreneurs. We discover Peterhead representing the business community in the town centre and so on. And that's really its strength. It brings people together to promote this. And I'll briefly say what one of the strengths is in the next minute or so. It's been about 2 years to get to this point where we're now in the active marketing stage, and we really are now investing quite heavily in social media and in materials and in bringing as simply and as straightforwardly as we can the opportunities to outside investors and to local investors just as important. And the idea really is also that we're open to talk about any form of investment. We have a focus on the town centre, but IIP is about Peterhead as well. So if people are interested in other forms of investment in the town, then IIP will help to facilitate that where it can. And hopefully you'll begin to see, and we'd encourage all of you to share, we'll give you them at the end, to share the social media links so that a wider and wider audience becomes aware of the opportunities. The other thing that we're doing with IIP in this initial stage is presenting the properties that John talked about effectively as a single portfolio of different opportunities. Some of these are buildings that they're almost all very prominent buildings in very strong locations, but for one reason or another, they have been empty in some cases for rather too long, and we really do want to kind of make people aware of these things and re-energize interest in that portfolio of opportunities. And as part of that, in collaboration with the local authority in particular, we're looking at describing what could go into those properties, what we could do with them. And those are real gaps in the local economy, in leisure, in residential, in community and social enterprise activities, and so on. So we're really looking to offer strong local opportunities to local entrepreneurs and others. I mean, the key thing that works because it's a collaboration is all too often in other places, people who are interested in a new idea or taking over a property or a business find that bureaucracy almost, much as it's trying to help them, it sort of gets in the way sometimes. Too many hoops, too many hurdles. So the key part that we're doing here really is making sure that everything joins up with information about how to go about the process of getting planning permission, information about where money might be available to support investors or other sorts of support that might be available. So what we're trying to do is make a kind of one-stop shop where it's as easy as possible for people who want to invest in the town to get information, to test out the idea, to understand what they might need to do to make progress and get ahead. Because the one thing that we definitely want as a collaborative enterprise is to enable people to invest in the town and be successful.